So this game was originally one of the 4 games I got from Humble Bundle to 100%, but I've gone through it and it got a bit repetitive to do that type of video, so I figured why not just get my thoughts out about the game. First, we have the story. We're a skull reanimated with magical clay, and we're here to help Terry, who created us, break up the family feud because they want to take over the planet with their corresponding element. While you go through each level, we do get to hear some of the characters interacting, which is nice, and I enjoyed. They do go for quite a bit of humor, which can be a bit hit or miss sometimes, but I'd say it's a good story for the 8-hour experience. Then we have the gameplay. The main bit of platforming, we play as Skully, who is fast and easy to control. He can also climb along certain moss-covered walls. Next, we have Chonk, who can break down walls and later on throw us to reach higher areas. Then we have Speedy, who can run really fast and move certain platforms around. And finally, we have the Jumpy Boy, who can double jump and can move those platforms up and down. There are 18 levels in the game, and I would say the first like 2/3 are good, introducing new mechanics, puzzles, and areas, but after that, it starts to feel a bit repetitive because we visit places it feels like we've already been. And it gets quite puzzle based, which makes things feel dragged out, and a lot of the puzzles do feel the same, but some of these puzzles are skippable, and I was doing them because I wanted the collectibles. And if you're someone who likes collectibles, each level has a few hundred, where most you will get through the level, but there are a few hidden and some in just trickier spots to get. During the game, there are some chase levels which I enjoyed because they were more fast paced and made us actually use Skully's speed a bit more and help break things up, but sadly I can't say the same when it comes to the boss fights. They were quite lackluster because it was basically go to an area and break a thing, or go to an area and throw yourself at the enemy and repeat that a few times. There was nothing that made it actually feel like a challenge or an accomplishment. I feel like it would have been better if they actually made you go through the level, like the chase scenes, and have you get to certain areas while maybe having to avoid things. But that's enough about the gameplay. Now we can move on to the music. One thing I really did like in the game was the music, like having it be upbeat in certain areas, or maybe more calm, and having sort of drums when there was more going on. But there was a certain area in a cave where I liked the music the most because it was just really calming. Now I did end up missing the 100% because there was one level and I went through it 4 times, another time even with a guide, and it seems the flower didn't spawn for me. So I had to start a new game, and I don't really want to go through the whole game again. But apart from that, all the other achievements weren't actually too bad. So the final verdict is it's a good game, good platformer. I would recommend it, but the puzzles do let it down a little bit in the end. I wouldn't necessarily pay the full price of $42 AUD, but the game goes on sale quite often, down to $5 or less. So if you like these types of games, I would say go for it. But that's about all I wanted to say, so I hope that helped anyone thinking about getting the game. And as usual, if you did enjoy, please do think about liking and subscribing. It really does help me out. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.